basically, man, this why I grew up, man. You know, this the hometown, man. This the crib, you feel me? This where everything went down, you know, hard times, you feel me? You know, but hey, you know, we shook back, you know, we do what we do around here, you know, this not too, but this just the hood, just the trenches, this how we live, this how we survive around here, you know, low baby, you feel me? That's what we do.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, TD Dotson, and I'm back at it with another video. Okay, today, y'all, as y'all can tell by that title, Junior, man, go ahead. Junior always in the way. But anyway, man. Junior, lay down, sit down, sit, lay down. Good boy. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, TD Dotson, and I'm back at it with another video. And today, my nigga, we got a story time. With that being said, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alert for when I post. Man, make sure y'all subscribing and make sure y'all liking the video and comment on what y'all want to see next. With that being said, man, let's get it. Let's get into this video, man. Okay, man. So before we even start off, man, I'm gonna tell y'all about how my first experience was. Man, it was really cool. But let me get into the story. All right, so bam, man, y'all know everybody when we was young, nobody wasn't like, gas wasn't like, you know, back in the day, because I was like, when I was young, I was like, my first time smoking, I was like 10. So back in the day, it really like, they didn't have gas, like I was young, so we had Reggie at the time. So bam, man, we got us a sack of Reggie. But before I even get into that, man, the people I was with my brother, and I was with one of our partners named Ked. So this one, we was living back in Blueberry Hill. Everybody know, if you're a real East End nigga, you know about Blueberry Hill. So anyway, man, it didn't take place in Blueberry Hill, but that's where we was all from at the time. So bam, we was in Grambling, we was at my auntie house. Okay, and so how my auntie house was set up, y'all know what the old bingo house said out there in Grambling, right off the exit. So my auntie was living in the back of, like, it was two trailer complexes. So, I mean, it was two trailer parks. So it was one on the left side and it was one on the right side. And you know how you go around a bingo and you take that first left? I forgot what the roads was. That's how long it's been. But I remember like yesterday, I just can't remember the roads. So anyway, you know how you take that road right by the bingo shop to go down. And there was a apartment, not apartment, but some trailers on this side and there was some trailers on this side. But my auntie lived on this side. So as you come down that road, you make the first left. And if y'all know my auntie, man, she real cool. I love her to death, man. If my auntie, my TT, my Aunt Tasha, if you watching this right now, I just want to say that I love you. Okay, so anyway, so bam, how my auntie trailer was set up, it was like, I want to say it was like 5 or 4 trailers. My auntie stayed at the back trailer. So this is when my Uncle Junior was still alive, man. Rest in peace to my dog, man. I miss you, man. We love you down here. Man, anyway, he was there too. So it was me, my auntie, my brother, Ked, and my Uncle Swan. My uncle used to hang around, like, all us. He just, you know, he always had us around to like, just like doing the grower process. So, anyway, we went to the store or whatever, but my auntie and them, we was all in the house or whatever, so we left out the house to go in the store. This one, she had some big ass rock rollers. So she had the most biggest fucking rock rollers I ever seen. Them bitches was big. They was huge. So anyway, I wasn't scared of them or nothing, but my brother always been scared of dogs. That nigga is terrified of dogs. Like, he got dogs right now and he's still terrified of them. Like, he feed them and stuff, but when he feed them, he grab a stick and he, like, you know, it's just not good. But anyway, so how the way we set it up, man, Ked was the OG of the group, so he knew what everything was. So he already knew what a weed was. He went and got the weed or whatever, boom. So we walked to the store. If y'all know what a bingo shop is, it was a corner store right on the side, but they probably shut it down. So bam, we walking down off through there. We going through the trail or whatever. We going to get some guards because this not their first time smoking, but this my first time smoking as a youngster. So Kid went inside to get the guards or whatever. We came back out. So we walking behind the trail. We walking through the trail. If y'all know how the bingo house and the store set up, it's a trail behind the bingo. So we walking through the little trail to get back to my auntie house or whatever. So Ked was like, man, we just gonna roll up right here because we all young. Like, they know Ked smoke and CJ smoke, but they didn't know they didn't know CJ smoke at all either. But it was just, but they kind of figured CJ was, because this was when CJ was just getting off the porch. I was 10 years old and CJ was 14. So bam, and Ked, I think Ked was around the age. I think Ked was like maybe like 15 or maybe 14 or 16 or something like that. Kid always been older than this, but still, boom. So we walking all through there or whatever, and Kid rolled a blunt. So we sitting out there, we right there on the like on a little rock. So how that was set up, like the rocks was right here, and then on the other side it was just grass and stuff. So CJ and Kid standing up, and I'm sitting down on the rock because this is my first time. So anyway, Kid go to smoking, he good. CJ go to smoking, he good. It's my first time. So bam, I put the blunt into my mouth. I ain't know how to smoke, so I'm smoking or whatever, and I'm just like, you know, like I'm just blowing it out, like I'm not inhaling nothing. So Kid telling me like, man, you gotta taste it, like you gotta inhale it, like you gotta and taste it. So I'm like, I bet, man, I hit that bit, man. I hit that bitch. I can't even lie to you, brother. Man, I hit that bitch. Like, I started choking. Like, I'm coughing like a motherfucker. I'm not knowing what's going on, but I'm really finna get high as a motherfucker. So I'm coughing or whatever. I'm like, man, I ain't never did this before. Then all of a sudden, like, man, I'm feeling good. Like, I'm loaded off that gas. Like, one hit of that Reggie. So bam, we finished smoking. Woo the woo. Bam, so Kid like, man, just look like when we walk back up, just look like nothing ain't happened. So bam, I'm walking back up. The first motherfucker who spotted me was my Uncle Junior. He already knew what it was, cause he already knew that, like, of a smoke, he smoked, so he already knew what it's like to be high and look high. So man, I'm walking back up, my Uncle Junior spotted it out as soon as I get up there, boom. He ain't say nothing, he just looking at me, he observed me. He don't know I'm over here high as hell, my head leaning to the side. I'm high as a motherfucker, I ain't gonna be like, Uncle Swan didn't even catch on and my Aunt Tasha didn't catch on. That's because I don't know, they probably weren't paying attention or whatever, but they could have saw that I was high. But I'm gonna tell you how my uncle knew that I was high. So, he was, like, we was sitting up in there, and we were just sitting on the couch at first, so I'm blasted, man. I'm laid back in the couch like I can't move. I'm stuck. I'm watching TV. This one, like my aunt, she had walked in. I think she had went and fixed her something to eat or something like that. I really can't remember like at the time, but I think she fixed her something to eat or something. So, I goes back in her room. And I'm so high as a motherfucker. I'm high. At this point, like, I'm just blasted. So I laid down on her bed, and all of a sudden, like, I just, like, you know, like, I started dozing off because I'm high as a motherfucker. Man, I'm laying back on the bed, and I'm looking up in the sky. I'm thinking like I'm really floating on clouds, because how my auntie was set up, like, they bed was high, and like she had like AC. Like, she had the air in her room, so the air was like, it was blasting. You know, when you loaded and you high as a motherfucker, that air gonna feel good regardless. So I'm laying on the bed, I'm high as a motherfucker. My Uncle Junior come running in there. He already knew I'm high, so I'm paranoid too. He come running over there to test, like, if I was like just high enough, so he could, like, he already know that I'm high, but he just coming up in there testing me out. So he busts up in the room. I jump up. I'm scared as a motherfucker, because at this point I'm 10 years old. He my uncle. I'm thinking he about to kick my ass. So, bam, he walk up in the room or whatever. So he like, man, what's wrong with you? I'm like, man, I'm chilling, man. I'm really sleeping, but I'm lying like a motherfucker the whole time. I'm high as hell. So I'm sitting down on the bed or whatever. He like, man, I know something wrong with you. You know, you just up in here laying down. You like, he know me, and I don't never like. When I was young, I was always active. I never laid down. I was always doing something. So I'm up in there laying down, I'm high as a motherfucker. So he do this one little thing. He jump at me like he was gonna hit me. I ducked back real quick. I'm thinking he about to hit the hell out of me because I'm paranoid as a motherfucker. So I'm like, man, then he started laughing. He said, nigga, I know you hot. I'm like, man, nah, I'm not. I'm lying my ass off. He like, man, nigga, stop lying. He said, just tell me, man, I'm your uncle. I ain't gonna, you know, cause I did it when I was young too. I'm like, yeah, uncle, man, you caught me, man, I'm high. I tried it for my first time with the kid and my brother or whatever. And CJ, but he already knew CJ was smoking or whatever, so he really didn't care. It was just me, cause the younger me, I was like athletic. I was all against smoking, like never wanted to smoke in my life. Like I've been playing sports since I was young and still doing it. So like it was like just crazy, cause like he was always there. Like he made sure, like, you know, even when he won there, he made sure like he hit me up. He gave me motivational speeches and stuff. That's why I love him so much, man. Rest in peace to my nigga. And before I get out this like video, man, I just want to give a special shout out to my uncle, man, for always being there for me, man. We miss you down here, man. I really love you, man, for real. And it's like, man, every day I'm coming from the heart with this one, man. Every day, man, I just like wish you was here, man. I just wish that it would have been different, man. But man, make sure y'all like and come and subscribe, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the notification bell to be alert from when I post, man. And we out.